Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.
Hello. Welcome to episode 148 of 15 Minutes of Genius. I am your genius, somewhat genius host, Alex Baer, CEO and co-founder of Genius Juice. And we're here at the beautiful indoor, obviously it's indoor because it's a studio, Manhattan Beach Studios in Manhattan Beach, California. And first off, big plug to our guy who is running the ship and making this whole thing happen, the king of the castle, the Oz behind the curtain, the guy in the van down by the river. You can see the back, but trust me, the front is beautiful. This guy, beautiful face. Look at that. Look at that smile. That's Mark Nicholas. He's our producer. He's our guy that made this whole thing happen. So good stuff. Make sure to reach out to him, Mark N. at ManhattanBeachStudios.net. He does photo, he does audio, he does podcasting. He will get your brand out there with his work. It's absolutely great, beautiful. I've said beautiful 4 times, but he has a great team, and he's mobile. So if you're in LA, if you're in Orange County, you're in Northern California, he can come to you and make it happen. So good stuff. All right, so our guest on this episode is someone that I have been following on LinkedIn for the better part of a year and a half, since he was with a specific company for a while and grew them, and then he hung out a shingle and he created his own company, because what's better than creating your own company, especially if you're damn good at what you do, which he is damn good at what he does. And he's a good guy too, which really is awesome. So Shepherd's Brokering Consulting is his company. His name is Shannon Peffley, and he's an experienced CPG director of sales, and now he's hanging out the shingle to help brands grow their business, get into more accounts, and become just the next big thing. So a little bit about Shannon. He's a 4th-generation entrepreneur, still willing and open to learning every day. He wants to see others succeed both personally and professionally, being whatever help he can be to help someone on their journey. He has a can-do attitude, that is for sure. He's legit. He's the real deal. And he's result-driven. He has a result-driven mindset to get things done. If your company is looking for solutions and need an outside perspective on processes and efficiency in the workplace, please reach out. That's Shannon. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are you doing today, Alex?
Doing really good. I'm tripping out on the background there. Looks like you're in a blue cube or something.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I'm traveling here the last couple of days, and I'm actually down in the hotel lobby. So they have these little cubicles. So yeah, but I'm just in a little blue cubicle in the lobby of a hotel.
Awesome. And you're in Michigan, so go blue, right? You got the blue background.
Yeah, I am in Michigan this week. So and then I'll be in New York next week for the specialty food, fancy food show.
Right on. Cool. Well, let's get right into it, because it is late there. I thought it was late here. It's really freaking late there. We're approaching, I think, almost 10 o'clock, right? You're 2 hours ahead?
10:30.
10:30, so you're 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
This guy, he's a grinder, man. So, I mean, he's up at 10:30 on a podcast. He's been traveling all day and meetings all day. So thank you. Really appreciative and grateful to have you joining us at a hotel, out of all places. So, so let's get into your story. I know we got to talking. I met Shannon by phone for the first time this week, right? It was this week. It was on Monday.
Yeah.
Talked for literally an hour and a half. Awesome guy, stand-up guy, works so hard, so honest. I wish there were more people like you, but I just learned such a great story and background about you. I'd love to have people here on the show about where you came from, what got you into sales. I know also that your father was also an inspiration to you being an entrepreneur, and also your more recent events of what happened, given where you were employed at, and then what you're doing now. So I'd love to hear just the full story up until where you're at today. Take all the time you want. We have 15 minutes.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for the introduction. Greatly appreciate the kind words there. So I mean, I grew up in an entrepreneur family. My father has a distribution business in Pennsylvania servicing the inner city mom and pop stores and bodegas with pretty much everything you can get in a convenience store, from candy to cigarettes to general merchandise to even sodas and stuff. Arizona's in the refrigerated section. So I grew up with that, and he's been doing that since '96. So I've been in this industry for probably the better part of 20 years, working beside him, watching him grow that, watching him grow relationships. And I didn't realize it until probably a good 6 or 7 years ago that I got an absolute free education that some people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for, to go to college and stuff, and still don't fully understand, that side of the business. And I'm extremely thankful for that, for the things that he's taught me. I learned a lot of good things. I've also learned a lot of bad things along the way, because he was a very, grinded out, didn't have investors, didn't have seed capital or anything. I mean, everything was, whatever he could scrounge together and grind it out and stuff. Today he runs a $30 million distribution business, and he's killing it, but he still works 70, 80 hours a week every week. So, I learned a lot from him, and the one thing I learned most is hard work works. Nothing's going to be handed to you. And I think that's something that, has been instilled in me, and hopefully I can instill in my children as well, that you got to put the work in. Nothing's just going to be handed to you. So.
Exactly. And, again, the way that I really connected with you is your stint at Muddy Bites, right? And just everyone saw how much work that you put in, right? And the sales and the new channels and the new stores. And it really became apparent immediately how hard you work, and how whoever you're working with or for, you're going to give it your all, right? Because that's who you are as a person, right? You're not gonna leave. I would say you're gonna leave everything on the field, right? When you're done. And if the game, even if you win or lose, you still walk away learning a lot and really giving it your all. And that's what I noticed in following your story with your most recent stint at Muddy Bites. So I'd love to dig in more to now you have your own consulting company. What happened at Muddy Bites? I know that things were, you were growing it. Now you decided you're going to hang out your own shingle. Tell us about your journey there.
Yeah. I think, to touch on one thing you just said there, you don't lose, you learn. And that's something that I've really taken to heart, is just, you have setbacks in life. And, if you really take the time to look back and say to yourself, what part did you play in that? Where can you learn from that? What can you do to make your next situation a little bit better? And I've done that with all things I've done in my life and stuff, and just really taken some time to think about that. Muddy Bites is a great company. Tyler and Jared, hats off, two great entrepreneurs. I can't exactly say what happened there, because honestly, I don't know. Absolutely great brand, great people, those two as entrepreneurs. They brought in, some upper management and stuff because of the investors, and, things, with change comes change, and, it's something you just got to roll with. And I think that's a great lesson with entrepreneurs, is just being able to roll with the punches. And, the only thing guaranteed in life is change. And I'm out here in Michigan. I met with a new partner out here, Chunk Nibbles, and I was talking to Brad and Katie, the owners of that. And I said, if anybody ever uses the words guarantee to you, it better be followed by the only thing guaranteed is change, because outside of that, you can't guarantee anything. And, that's something that I've just really, took to heart, is that, hey, to go to work for somebody else, I'm not in control over my future and my destiny. And just talking with several other entrepreneurs over the last few weeks, talking to you this week and stuff, it just kind of really gave me that kick that I needed to say, hey, you're good enough to do this. You're good enough to go out there and help, other businesses and, companies build not just their brands, but build their company as well internally. So that's where Shepherds came into. And, Shepherds is an old term, used for, shepherds leading and guiding sheeps, looking over sheeps and stuff. So that's how I came up with the name Shepherds.
Yeah. I love everything that you just said. I mean, just plain and simple, like right on point, where you didn't look at it as a loss, right? Even though something didn't work out there, upper management came in. You really utilized that as a learning experience and really discovered how great and valuable, like what you offer, what you can offer to brands, and how you can really help brands scale. And now, you're signing contracts, you're bringing clients on. We're talking next week. I'd love to learn more about what Shepherds is about, and I recommend anyone, this is not a plug, this is from the heart. Like, he's hardworking, he has relationships, he's honest, and he's fair. And he, if he thinks that he cannot help you, he's not going to work with you, right? He's only going to work with you if he really feels authentically that he can help and grow your business. Make sure to reach out to him. Like, find him on LinkedIn. We'll get your email. I'm sure you have your domain and everything already rocking, and you have an email.
I do.
Yeah. I know this guy well. He acts fast. So when he wants something, he goes for it without wasting time. So make sure to reach out to him. I think he'll be one of the, a really key person to work with to grow your business and distribution. So, yeah, man, hats off for creating your own company. And I think that's the best move you could have made because, you have the value and you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And, I appreciate that plug there as well. You don't know how much that means to me.
It's from the heart, not a plug, but from the heart.
No, I know that, and I really greatly appreciate that. And it's just something that, when I feel success, it's when I've been helping others, and I see others reach their goals both personally and professionally. I wish I had, some better help along the way with some of my business ventures and, mentors and just people talking to me along the way about what I should and shouldn't do and stuff. Something that, for the industry right now, I see there's so many different, brokers and consultants out there that, are taking advantage of some of these younger entrepreneurs and bleeding cash from their business and stuff. And, it's a real shame because at the end of the day, nobody wins in that situation. So for me, it's a long-term goal to help build, not just your business, but help build you as an entrepreneur so that you're stronger, and in a better position so that even if that business doesn't work out for some reason, your next venture will.
Exactly. And I think like the broker model and what's out there right now, most of it is broken. Like we work with brokers, but like pretty rare. Like it has to be someone that we know is going to be working hard and loyal, and they're gonna do right by us. They're gonna like make decisions based on helping us versus making decisions just to make money, right? And getting us into the right retailers and the right fit and not wasting our time. And I think like we were a young brand once, we're 8 years in, but 6 years ago, 7 years ago, we would just ask people like, who's the broker? Like, there's always going to be one or two that are big, right? Whether it's Advantage or Acosta or all these other ones. And usually young entrepreneurs, they don't know where to turn. So they just go where, they go to the one that everyone's talking about. Like, oh, go to them. They're the Xerox of brokers. They're the Tylenol or whatever, So like they go with them and they don't realize that it's going to be expensive, costly. They have a lot of clients and they're not going to really pay attention or care about you. They're not going to give you that TLC. So I love that your model is kind of the anti-broker model, right? Which is quality over quantity, less customers. That sounds very Jerry Maguire, right? Like in his manifesto book, like less clients, but I love your model, and that's how you're going to organically grow it. And I think it's the right model to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way to provide value. Everything that I look at and for most of my life, just because I have such a business mindset, is ROI. I mean, I will go to work for you like it is my own company. And that's something that, my dad always said to me, like, don't half-ass it. Like, you're all in here. If you're going to do it right. If you're going to take money from somebody, make sure you bring them twice as much value as they're paying you, or, you're not going to live up to that. And that's something that I just really always focused on, is doing, under promising, over delivering, and just doing what's right. Just because you can make a deal doesn't make it a good deal. And just really watching the bottom line. When you put your customer first, you win and they win. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Exactly. So how can people, getting to brass tacks, what is your website? It may not, I think it will be up by the time that this airs, right? It's going to air about a month and a half after we tape this. Website, email, phone number. How do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so website's already up and rolling.
Wow, that's so fast.
So it's Shepherd's Consulting Group, and email is just going to be my first name, Shannon, at shepherdsconsultinggroup.com. Phone number 717-982-9644. So,
Right on.
And part of the whole consulting thing is, once a year I'm going to get all my clients and partners together and meet up for a retreat so that everybody can meet together. And entrepreneurs that are surrounded by like-minded entrepreneurs, they all run into the same problems and stuff, and I think that would be a good place just to reset and hang out and network with like-minded individuals. So that's another part of my venture that I'll be offering to the clients. So
I love that. Yeah, it's good to connect in the office and also outside of the office, and do something to get our mind off of business and just to better connect as human beings. End of the day, we're all human beings just building relationships, and then business comes out of that. But first is the relationships. I'm glad you're really focusing on that. So next segment is called Rapid Fire Questions. Rapid Fire Questions. All right, I know it's kind of getting fuzzy out there since we're approaching 11 o'clock. So the questions are fairly easy. Just first thing that comes to your mind, answer it, and we'll get through this and get you to sleep, because it's, pretty late over here. All right, so first question. For music, which decade is the best, the 70s, 80s, or 90s?
Oh, I love my 80s.
Me too.
I love my 80s.
It's all about Human League. and orchestral maneuvers in the dark. You know them?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, OMD. So. They have a "If You Leave, Don't Leave Now." It's one of those bands where they have so many great hits when you get their album, but you're like, holy shit! Like, I've only known this one from fucking 16 Candles, but they have so many great songs outside of what's in the movie. All right, what do you do for exercise?
I enjoy running. I'm a girls lacrosse official in the spring, so I run a lot. And I also go out golfing. I'm terrible like everybody else is out there, but I love getting out on the course and hitting some balls.
Love it. I'm a big time golfer. I have my own Instagram channel called Genius Golfing as well.
I just came across that the other day.
Nice. And I'm starting to put videos on LinkedIn. I don't want to broadcast I'm just not even working and golfing. I want to make sure I don't cross that line. So, but on the weekends or after hours, because you can go out golfing at 6 p.m. because it's, the days are ending late, around 8:30 in Southern California. I take colleagues, friends, people on my team out golfing, and then I do videos, and I edit them and put them up on TikTok and Instagram Reels, and then I put them on LinkedIn. So, yeah, there you go.
That's worth a 30-hour drive there, Alex.
Totally. Come out here. I'll take you golfing. Let's do this. There's one of the best municipal golf courses in the country right here, about 20 minutes from here. Ocean View.
Done.
$30 a round. Yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
All right. Even if you get 110, you still feel like $1 million leaving there. All right. Next question. I can get off on tangents with the golf. Movie you can watch an unlimited amount of times.
Ooh, that's a tough one there. I know this is going to sound super cliche, but I like the movie Secretariat because it's about underdog. I love the underdog stories. Where nobody thinks they're going to be able to pull it off and they come out ahead. But Secretariat's one of those ones that every time it's on, I can stop and watch it. So yeah, and just something about horses too. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird, but yeah,
Yeah. I can feel like the emotion from it, like
yeah.
when you get out of the movie. And I have not seen that movie, so I'm going to watch it tonight while I'm
Oh,
working. I'm going to watch it on one screen, YouTube movie, because I don't think it's on Netflix, and then I will do my spreadsheet work. But Rich Strike was so fucking inspirational. Oh my God.
yeah,
It was insane. Like he was a sub, for the actual horse. He was bought for, I think, $150,000 or something, which is really low in the horse market. He was dead last for half the race. He was third to last for the second part of the race, and then he just like the heart in
yeah.
that horse is just it actually made me cry. I mean, when I watched it, it's just
It,
it's insane.
and honestly, and that's what Secretariat. I mean, she won the horse on a coin flip, and I mean, it's still the fastest racehorse that's ever touched a track. I mean, it's
Wow.
really, and it's based on a true story. On top of that, so yeah.
What time did it take place? Is this like the 50s, 60s?
I want to say around. I think it was probably earlier than that.
Okay,
Um, yeah, I think it might have been a little bit earlier than that. I'm
got
not
it.
exactly sure, but yeah, I mean, still today from Kentucky Derby, he still has the fastest times, and
Wow.
winning by the most furloughs and stuff. It was just incredible. So,
Gotta watch that. All right, I'll get my Kleenex box next to me for that one. All right, so favorite, no, chocolate or vanilla?
uh, talking ice cream, I guess.
Talking anything. Snack, ice
uh,
cream.
you know what? I'm a huge chocolate guy. Love chocolate. Um, a lot of people don't know that chocolate comes from a fruit. So I commented on somebody's post the other day. They're like, "What's your favorite fruit to pick?" And I was like, "Chocolate."
Chocolate.
And they're like, "What?" But if you ever get a chance to go down to South America and go to like a chocolate plantation or something, I highly suggest you do that. Just the whole process of chocolate, I love it. I love everything about chocolate, and just that there's so many different varieties of it. But I was my nickname in middle school was Willy Wonka, so it's funny that I'm in the chocolate industry and selling chocolate and stuff. So it's fantastic.
You're right at home. Yeah, that's so funny. That's so awesome. Yeah, I love chocolate too, and I get snob chocolate, I call it. I get Hue bars. They're like $5.99, but they're incredible. They're incredible. I mean, they're quality, and I'm not going to have one every day because that'd be my budget, for all food. But anyway, it's like, no, I can't.
I'll get you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll get you some chocolate from this new company that I just signed a contract with.
Oh,
They're gonna be up and coming, and it's gonna be higher end chocolate with no sugar. So
oh,
I
wow.
will. Yeah,
I'm all
I'm
about
excited to
that.
work with them.
Salivating. All right, next one. Favorite country to travel to?
Belize. I
Belize.
love Belize. I've been there 3 times in the last year. I take friends and family down there. I just love it. Chocolate farms down there too. But
Bringing the chocolate
um,
topic back in.
yeah, my goal is to buy a house and retire there
Mm,
when I get to that age. But Belize is my go-to place.
nice. Very cool. Haven't been to Belize. It's on the list now. It's on the list. That and watching Secretariat. All right. So, favorite Star Wars character?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I know it's probably cliche with Yoda, but like I loved just the one-liner, inspirational, like that type of stuff. Just the wise. There's just so much to learn from him.
Yeah,
So
is very knowledgeable and wise, like you said. I see you as like Yoda Fett, like a combination. Like you're the bounty hunter, right? Like you go across the
yeah,
universe to like do what you need to do, like you're driving to Michigan 7 hours. That's like Boba Fett going across the universe to 5 different galaxies to like hunt down whoever he's trying to capture. So I see as that. Yoda Fett. All right. So what is your spirit animal?
Ooh, silverback gorilla.
Wow. That's the first time anyone's answered that. Those are strong, freaking strong. All right.
Yeah, but just calm. They tolerate a lot of stuff until they push to the limit, and then it's just they go ape shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. And then do you drive, do you like to drive an SUV, a coupe, or a truck?
I'm an SUV guy. Got 2 kids, so SUV, being able to throw stuff, being able to tow something behind, but SUV guy.
Got it. For food, salty or sweet?
There's a time and place for everything, but my sweet tooth, I used to own a bakery, so I'm a sweet guy through and through.
Yeah, literally, you're sweet. Favorite day of the week and why?
Monday.
Cool.
Most people don't like Mondays. Monday's my day to get up and just set the tone for the whole week. And that's, get my mindset right for the week, attack the week. Mondays, there's just something about it, and I'm super productive on Mondays.
Love it. Uber or Lyft?
Uber, just because I used to drive for them back in the day when I needed some extra cash. So
Same here. Yeah, I had my Prius, and when Genius was on hiatus for 6 months, we had to find a new manufacturer. I was doing consulting under Genius Consulting, and I was doing Uber. So yeah,
nice.
We're
the stories you learn, right?
Oh yeah. I drove mostly drunk people at night, so they were usually passed out or something. All right, so a couple more here. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or Kobe Bryant? Who's the greatest of all time?
So you have to read the book Relentless by Tim Grover if you want the answer for that. But hands down, Michael Jordan every day. So
yep.
Just he set the tone, but recommend reading Relentless if you're an entrepreneur. That book will change your mindset on every level.
Okay, I got 3 things now, right? I got Belize, I got Secretariat, and Relentless. All right. Terminator 1, you're going to keep me busy for the next few weeks, just getting all this done. Belize might take a little longer. Terminator 1 or Terminator 2, which one is the better one to you?
Nothing ever beats the original. I mean, just original anything. It's just such a classic. I don't know how you top any of the classics.
Exactly. So. And the last question, favorite food or drink you're stuck on a deserted island. You cannot say any brand you've ever worked with or for, and you cannot say Genius Juice.
Whew. Any food or drink. Anything that my mother cooks.
Great answer.
We call her Betty Crocker on steroids, but she's Pennsylvania Dutch. I've learned a lot. I've learned my way around the kitchen because of her. There's not a single thing that I've ever ate of hers that I'm like, so anything she can pick it. I don't care. Surprise me, but anything she cooks, I'll take.
Yeah. There must be a little bit of Italian somewhere in there, like in your lineage.
Pennsylvania Dutch is the big thing. I mean, Pennsylvania Dutch, it's, old-fashioned cooking, but she's awesome at it.
Awesome.
And that's where I got some of my baking skills and cooking skills from.
Okay, I got to look up Pennsylvania Dutch recipes now. That's a 4th thing here. All right.
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie. There we go. All right, so that is rapid fire questions with Shannon. There it is. Peffley. I think it's getting to that hour where Mark was like, oh shit, I gotta hit the clapping audio thing. All right, so
and thank you, Mark, as well.
Yes, exactly. So we love you, Mark. So Shannon, you're the man. Congratulations on what you're doing. It's, you're venturing off, hanging a shingle. I couldn't be happier for you. So supportive and happy for the decision you've made. And I know you're going to be I already know you're going to be successful. So, yeah, love you, brother, and look forward to seeing you in person.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the kind words, and I look forward to meeting up and talking in the future as well. Thank you again for everything.
Absolutely. Travel safe. All right, so that is episode 148 of 15 Minutes of Genius. That was Shannon Peffley. Make sure to reach out to him on LinkedIn. Again, he is helping food and beverage brands, CPG, to expand them, get them into more markets, and grow their business, and he's really damn good at it. And he's grown other businesses tens, hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. So make sure, I really mean that. Reach out to him, have a consultation, have a conversation, see if it's the right fit, and you will not be disappointed. So big plug to Mark Nicholas, Mark Ennem at ManhattanBeachStudios.net. There's the information right there. Allows me to center also. Boom. Make sure to reach out to him. Speaking of great people that offer great services, Mark is the man. He does photography, video, audio, podcasting. He has a full studio here with a highly technological equipment. I think that's what they say. So make sure to reach out to him, Mark Ennem at ManhattanBeachStudios.net. So that is it for episode 148. Make sure to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And one last thing, stay genius, my friends.
Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.